Right, hello. While I'm actually doing this blog, I do have a program on TV called Coach Trip. Now you're probably thinking, wow, more and more of your lovely TV guide programs. Yeah, but this is more not to do with the TV, well, it's a little bit, but it's more or less to do with what would it be like to do and go on a coach trip like the TV program. And basically, I think it's an interesting concept for a program, because basically people go on a coach trip, but they're in twos. People go with twos. It's not a case of like having 3 people go, but it's 2, and they get voted off, basically, or can be voted off if they want to be, if other people want to vote them off. You have to get basically 2 yellow cards to get a red card to be voted off, and then a new couple will go into it. But the interesting thing about it is basically the diversity of people who you can actually get on the coach trip. And I've always thought about how it is, because sometimes I get that it's interesting when going to, I mean, I'm a little bit shy at times, but it's interesting to go on to things like maybe a coach trip or something, or somewhere where you're going to get these different people. And it's interesting when they'll say, right, there's like all these people, so you just imagine what it's like when you go to, say, a hotel. You stay at a hotel for a week, and every time you get up to go for breakfast, you'll see all these different people that come in and out, that are sitting and you get to know some of them, because you often say hello, you often ask where they've come from, and all this and that. You know, it's a bit like saying that when you go on a coach trip, basically, get to find out about these people that are on the coach trip. So when you've got something like 14 people, which is normally the group, so you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, which is like seven groups of 2, you get to know them. You know, all diversity people, so you do get people that might be the age of, say, 60 and 61. You might get people who are 50 and 51, 40 and 41, 30 and 31, 20 and 21. I'm not saying you're going to get real young people, but you might get young people that are, the youngest people might well be 19. So people who are like 19 and 20 might go on that trip. And, you know, it's interesting because I enjoy sometimes getting to know these people. And that. But the thing about it though is that I sometimes get too attached to certain people. Because you just want to know them, don't you? You just get so into them and know them, and friends is like, you just want them. You're thinking to yourself, you know what I mean? It's like going to a hotel and staying there for a week, and you'll get a family, you know, literally, like, I'm an only child, so basically, you know, and I suppose it'd be the same if my cousins and my aunt and uncle came on holiday with us and we went to a hotel, but it's one of them things, you know, a week away. Like, you go out on Saturday and you come back the following Saturday. There's your week, there's your holiday. You go to somewhere like Blackpool, stay in a hotel. It could be me, my mum and my dad. Maybe even my aunt and uncle and cousins might want to come on holiday as well. But it's one of them things, you go there and you could well be in the same hotel the week as another family. There might be a family with say 3 kids, mum and a dad, which is what it is. You know, you can basically go there and you might get the mum and the dad, so the age might be where the mother's, say, 49 and the father might be 50, and they might have kids, and their kids might all be 3 different ages, so the ages might well be 10, male at 10, female at 14, and another female at say 19 who have all decided to go on a holiday or whatever, and you just kind of get that feeling of, you know, you speak to them and you're sort of like, you know, or it could be just basically friends that go. You might get 4 friends that are just going 2 male and 2 female. Not saying that they're together, but basically out there to have whatever. And I get that. I've always thought about, you know, that you can go on these trips and meet these lovely people, and after a week you just don't want to. I don't want to lose you. I mean, they'll say you've only known them about a week, right? And you don't want to lose them. How mad is that? But you do get that feeling of sometimes meeting people like that and just wanting to stay connected. And you do that. You just say, oh, I'll give you my mobile number, or I'll give you my email address. And that's where you can connect to them. And that's where you can keep doing that. And I did do that once. I met somebody in a pub in Blackpool. A girl, she was with some people, and she was from, I think, Doncaster or somewhere, I think. And she came and asked if she could sit with me, my mum and my dad. This was a good, a while back now. This would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And basically we said, yeah, we didn't mind that. She asked us where we were from and all this and that. We were, you know, the band were playing. And she wrote on this beer mat, email address, and said, contact me, but the damn bloody email address never worked. Well, the way she wrote it was weird. It was a weird way of writing it, and I couldn't understand the writing very well, so I couldn't email her, basically, because it was like the email address was absolutely void. I know she had the name Suzanne Ovens or something like that, and I swear that if that was the name of a person, yes. What is worse though is going looking for is going to connect. I mean, how would I know who to look for on the internet if I was searching through things like Facebook and things like that, to search for Suzanne Ovens and thinking, I'm never going to find this person, because it might be wrong to suggest that there might just be one person more than, say, called Suzanne Ovens, especially in the area of Doncaster. If they don't live there anymore, it might not come up as Doncaster. And the place, but yeah, it's interesting. Coach trips are interesting, and staying in hotels and things like that, and getting where you can interact with people when you move. And sometimes you get the on the big note, and something that really is great on this is when you get people who are into the same thing, because it's amazing experience when you're on a coach trip or you go to a hotel for the week and you stay there and you get to meet somebody and they'll turn around and say, so you like Northern Soul then? And you're like, yes. And they'll be like, yeah, we like Northern Soul too. And you just have to have the greatest holiday in the world, because you know damn well that every day of that holiday you can go to that hotel with hope that the people staying there, or with hope that the people who don't know Northern Soul are going to be staying there every day. You just get that feeling, don't you? You're like, oh my god, I'm on a holiday here and I've just met somebody who's into Northern Soul music. They're staying in the same hotel and you're like, yeah, we have to eat breakfast, but we also have to go and speak to them, and that is it. They just want to, and that is it. You know, you're getting so into them. It's like amazing, isn't it? It's like the first conversation is literally, you know, you just don't want to leave that breakfast table. Come on, we've got to clear up now, and you want to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes just talking about Northern Soul with that person, and they'll be like, you know, ask you what your favourite record is. You go to it in the night, you know, you kept the badges, and then they're like, you remember Soul Force? Oh my god, wicked! And then you realise, and then you sort of go, what's your name on Soul? Or basically you don't realise who it is, and then you get to that stage and they'll say, what's your name on Soul Force? And they go, Webby Dublin, and you're like, oh my god, it's Webby Dublin, oh my man. The man, wicked. I know, crazy but cool. I mean, it would be like amazing anyway. But just think how good it is though. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So.